afternoon to all of you. First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Jha because he has given me such a good topic for the discussion. Today my topic of discussion is safe motherhood. Safe motherhood means ensuring that all the women receiving the care they need to be safe and healthy throughout the pregnancy and the childbirth. Few things I'd like to say that each minute of every day a woman dies somewhere in the world, that mostly in the developing countries. This is too high. First of all, I would like to say what is maternal mortality ratio. Maternal death, it is the maternal death per lakhs live births. See what is the data. In South Sudan, it is more than 2,000. And discuss with further among the list are the Pakistan 260, Bangladesh 240 per lakhs live births. In India, it is 200 per lakhs live births. Sri Lanka 35, and from in the developed countries, it is very less. United Kingdom 12, France 8, Japan 5, Greece 3, Estonia 2. So there is a huge difference from the more than 2,000 to 2 per lakhs maternal death. This huge difference, this shows that most of the maternal death is preventable. It can be prevented by our efforts. For going in detail, we have to go and search the cause of maternal death. The causes of maternal death is divided into two parts, indirect cause and the direct cause. Most of the cause are the direct, that is 80%. It is related to the hemorrhage during pregnancy or the postpartum. It may be due to the infection, consists of 15%. It may be due to the eclampsia, obstructed labor, unsafe abortion, and some other causes. Indirect causes are the causes which is not related to the pregnancy, but it may be present from before the pregnancy. It is aggravated by the physiological changes during the pregnancy, such as anemia, heart disease, a diabetic mother if dies during the pregnancy. These cause among the indirect causes. Considering such high maternal mortality in the developing countries, WHO in 1987 conceived the idea of Safe Motherhood Initiative at the Nairobi in the Kenya. It is a global effort to reduce the maternal mortality. What are the preventive and the social measures we can do to prevent such a maternal death? High maternal mortality reflects not only the inadequacy of the healthcare services, it also reflects the low standard of living, low socioeconomic status. For preventing these things, what should we do? We should do the early registration of the pregnancy, at least 3 antenatal checkup, dietary supplementation, and correction of anemia, prevention of the infection and the hemorrhages, prevention of the complication and the management of the complications such as eclampsia, malpresentation, ruptured uterus, treatment of the medical conditions such as hypertension, tuberculosis, diabetes, malaria, and the tetanus prophylaxis. And these are very utmost important. Clean delivery practices. We need trained birth attendants, institutional delivery, promotion of family planning, identification of the cause of every maternal death, and take a lesson from it. What the intervention we can do? We can do the preconceptional counseling and the care, antenatal checkup, immunization, safe delivery practices, anemia control and the program, postpartum care, and the contraception. Pre-pregnancy is the time when we are thinking of having a baby. The pre-pregnancy care and the counseling is very important in preventing the maternal death. Here we can identify the high risk factors which can lead to the maternal death or the maternal morbidity. Here we have opportunity to assess the basic health status of the patients. her blood pressure, her sugar level, her hemoglobin status, her blood grouping, etc. We can give the rubella and the hepatitis immunization, folic acid supplementation, maternal health optimization. Maternal health optimization means patients should not be either too malnourished or too obese. In other medical conditions should be properly controlled, such as diabetes. Before conceiving, the patient's blood sugar levels should be properly controlled. Psychological booster for the coming pregnancies, for the coming responsibilities, and removing the fear for the labor. And she should be urged to stop the smoking, alcohol, abusing medicines, caffeinated drinks should be reduced. No smoking, avoid alcohol. Because we know these things leads to the abortion, preterm labor, premature delivery of the baby, low birth weight, sometimes fetal and the maternal complications. For controlling the pregnancy, 40 weeks, it's divided into the 3 trimesters. First trimester consisting of first 3 months, second 3 months and the last 3 months. This is the 3 trimester. Here the fetus grows from the 8 weeks of the pregnancy, such a small size, to a well-developed fetus. First trimester consists of the first 12 weeks. Here it is the duration from the fertilization to the first 12 to 13 weeks of the pregnancy. Here the fetus size is almost this much. Here the most of the patients have the problem with the morning sickness. We have to assure that patient is taking the folic acid regularly. We have to look care for the backache, constipation, acidity, heartburn. These problems should be tackled. Here the fetus in the first trimester. This is in 9 months. This is 8 weeks. This is almost 12 weeks. Second trimester consists duration starts from the 13 weeks to the 26 weeks, sometimes 28 weeks. Here we should take care of the proper immunization of the patient. Iron, calcium, folic acid supplementation, proper diet should be given. Identification of any complication at the early stage should be done. Third trimester, we should monitor the fetal growth development by the symphysiofundal height, abdominal growth measurement, patient's weight measurement by the sonologically. We should monitor the fetus growth. We should look for the fetal heart sounds. Fetal and the placental anatomy should be inquired by the ultrasound. Lighter amyloid adequacy should be detected. Early detection of any complication, early intervention, referral for the appropriate cases. Here is the mature baby inside the womb of the mother. What are the values of antenatal checkup? Here we have time to screen for the highest factors. We should screen for the highest cases. Regular supervision of the pregnancy, whether the patient is having regular increase in the weight, whether the fetus grows properly, acceptance of the diet, drugs, family planning guidance, because this is the time patients come to us, we have opportunity to guide the patients about these things. Proper immunization of the patient. Net effect of the antenatal checkup has shown that total reduction in the maternal mortality is 1/7 and that of the perinatal mortality is 1/5. During the third trimester, during the last 3 weeks of the pregnancy, we should do the birth plan. We should discuss about the pain relief, whether the patient wants the pain relief, what she do with the, we have to discuss about the mode of delivery. This is the newborn baby. Red alerts. Definitely, what are the symptoms that we should not ignore? We have to be very precautious about these things. Red alerts. These things are bleeding during the pregnancy. If the patient is having pain abdomen during pregnancy, swelling of the body or the limbs, it could be the physiological. It could be due to the pregnancy-induced hypertension, anemia, hypoproteinemia, cardiac failure, renal failure. We should not ignore even itching. If the patient is having itching, severe itching during the pregnancy, it could be simple things, simple worm infection, simple skin infection, or it could be due to the obstructed jaundice. We have to look for these things. Decreased fetal movement. The patient should be teased about how to calculate the fetal movement, daily fetal movement cardiac strain count formula. These things should be discussed with the patient and should be said. If there is decreased fetal movement, she should contact the doctor. Vaginal discharge, it could be normal, it could be due to infection, it could be due to the leakage of amniotic fluid. As I already said that bleeding during the pregnancy is red alert. So if the bleeding during the pregnancy occurs before the 28th week, it could be some due to the other factors. If it occurs after the 28th week, then it could be due to other factors. If bleeding occurs before the 28th week, it could be simple implantation bleeding. It could be threatened abortion, inevitable abortion, complete or incomplete abortion, missed abortion, blighted ovum. It could be vesicular mold. It could be very dangerous conditions such as ectopic pregnancy, cervical polyp, erosion. Okay. So we see if the bleeding occurs in early pregnancy, these are the possibilities we should keep in mind. If the bleeding occurs after the 28th week, it could be mostly due to the placenta previa, placental abruption, carcinoma of the cervix, cervical erosion, cervical polyps. As bleeding is dangerous, pain during pregnancy is also dangerous. It could be simple due to strain of the muscles, sometimes rod ligament pain, rod ligament strain. It could be if pain occurs in early pregnancy, it could be due to the ectopic pregnancy. This is life-threatening condition. It could be simple abortions, multiple types of abortion. It could be due to the urinary tract infection, renal stones, gallstones. Some other factors can also play except that of the labor. These are the appendicitis, gastroenteritis, other gastrointestinal causes, placental abruption, preterm labor, fibroid uterus, etc. As we have discussed about the pain during labor, we should be able to identify the factors by which we can know this is true labor pain or the false labor pain. For the true labor pain, it comes regularly at certain interval. Gradually, the intensity of pain increases and the duration between the pain decreases. Pain is radiating, pain localized in the abdomen, radiating to the back. But that in case of the false labor, it is localized to the abdomen. Pain is not relieved by the simple painkillers. This is true labor pain. True labor pain is associated with the SOAP and the progressive cervical changes. That is progressive decrease in the cervical length and increase in the cervical dilatation. If these factors are present, we say that this is true labor. Pain relief during the pregnancy is very hot topic today because these days there is concept of painless delivery. Here we can give some pain relief with the transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. Some medications which are safe during the pregnancy should be advised. Epidural analgesia, this is very hot topic, burning topic. This gives the pain relief, painless labor. Other are the relaxation technique, breathing exercises, mental distraction to the other things, massage to the back. Newer trends are the water births, Bradley methods, painless delivery, cord blood banking, forceps and the vacuum are again coming into this scenario. External cephalic version, in which delivery, in which presentation we do the external cephalic version for the normal vaginal delivery may be possible. We should also look for the postpartum care, look the vitals of the patient, blood pressure, sugar, urine output, vaginal bleeding. We should look care for the bowel and the bladder. We should also take care of the breast of the patient. Care of the wound, if cesarean section, abdominal stitch, if normal delivery with episiotomy stitch, this should be taken care. Newborn is definitely should be taken care. Contraception should be advised this time because at this time the patient is most receptive to listen about the contraception. Contraception, as we all know, these are the barrier temporary methods and the permanent methods, barrier, pills, injectable, intrauterine contraceptive device and the permanent methods. Few photos. We should offer the contraception by choice of the patient. We have to offer the full range of contraception and we help in taking decision of the couple. still this is the condom and oral contraceptive, vaginal rings, intrauterine system, Depo-Provera, and the transdermal patches. These are the few available contraceptives. This is oral contraceptive pills. This is female condom, come in the market with the name of Femcid. This is the injection, contraceptive injection given to the patient, probably Depo-Provera. This is intrauterine system, Mirena. This is the triphasic pill. The three color shows the different hormonal level taken during the pregnancy to avoid pregnancy. Emergency contraceptive pills is very important. This is Essure. This is a coil which is applied in the tube through the uterine. This is the transdermal patch. This is intrauterine system. This is intrauterine copper T. This is Norplant. They have the 6 rods. The patient is applied on the upper part of the arm, medial aspect of the forearm. This is the Implanon. This is the single rod system available these days. This is the method how to apply it. Make this angle and it should be done intradermally. How the patient can feel its presence in the arm. This is Gynifix, frameless intrauterine contraceptive device. Here the knot is fixed at the fundus of the uterus. Here the chances of infection is very less, and dysmenorrhea and hemorrhage is also less because of the shape of the device. Chances of expulsion is also less because that is knot is fixed at the fundus. This is the Nuva ring. Here this is the intravaginal ring. This is contraceptive rings. This is applied inside the vagina. It should be worn by the patient 3 weeks on and 1 week off. That 1 week off duration, the patients will have their periods. We should not forget about the Saheli because this is the research of our India, Lucknow Institute. Lastly, thank you. We want this type of figure for our country. Every woman should go out of the hospital with a smiling face.
Thank you, Dr. Vinu, and thank you, Rita. Both of speakers have given their very important topic. We know safe motherhood and child mortality. First is the motherhood, followed by child mortality, important part of the parameter for developing and development. So this is a challenge for us, and particularly even in cities, we know the lack of knowledge and proper care. We have sometimes, even last year in our hospital, we have lost one case of dengue. Patient was having a dengue fever and pregnancy. If pregnant patient should take care of, particularly in dengue time, we have to very much cautious. Because one life of 25 years woman losing life is very same for the our country. So thank you, and dialysis part mein very nicely, very practical way Medita has given. Always she is having a smiling face. So hope all the next meeting some more new sister. One is already preparing for neurosurgical care. Sister, what is the name? Sudipta, na? Next. So I hope and thank you to all, and next time we again will meet in next last Friday or first Friday of the month or last Friday of the month. Thank you.
Didi pen drive
जी আপনি একবার রেডি করুন ম্যানেজমেন্ট से रिलेटेड হ্যাঁ ফেব্রুয়ারি में করবেন
वो बक्सा लेके
নারায়ণদা কই এ প্রজেক্টর অফ করো নারায়ণদা টিচারটা ভালো করে গেলে ইমিডিয়েট মেসেজ যায় ওকে একটু বাংলা হবে দাদা পয়েন্ট লাগবে
वो लगता है सेम टेम्परेचर से का मदर आते बाहर होता है तो टेम्परेचर चेंज होले और का मिश्रण सेट करेगा तो बाहर মানে পুরো গরম মধ্যে ডেলিভারি
नहीं 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 एकदम बोतल है ना
কিছু অনেকটা হার্মফুলও হয়
क्या